morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hopefully, we caught some of you guys on your lunch. So, hey guys, we're in for a treat today, guys. We have one of the best speakers in all of Primerica, Monte Bonner. Check this out, guys. Listen to this. This guy's been in Primerica 3 years, and his rolling 12 is 522,000. Okay, the second part of that's amazing is that Monte is 22 years old. Can you guys imagine that? 20, you guys think it's a big deal. Me at 25, 200,000. Well, check this out, man. This guy's at 22, right? Making $500,000. This is insane. I mean, this is like something out of like a Wolf of Wall Street movie, right or wrong, right? Guys, this guy, so when he orders a beer, right, they check his ID. So ain't that crazy? He's old enough to buy the bar, but barely old enough to buy a beer, right? So so how cool is that, man? So guys, we're excited from to hear from him. He represents the Gary Cornegay hierarchy, over $2 million a year, guys, and we are just beyond excited to hear from my man. So my boy, I won't take any more of your thunder, man. Can you hear me, Monte? He texted me. He was on. Let's see. Can you hear me, bro? Joe, you probably have to unmute him.
No, Monte, can you raise your hand? That way we can make you a co-host.
Oh, I think I didn't give him the password. He said he was on. Okay, calling on you. Password is Ruby Run. Yeah, he texted me. He's texting me right now. He said, "No worries. Let me. I'm logging in right now." All right, give him 1 second. 1 second.
You gotta do that introduction again, man. That was a good introduction.
I'm gonna have to, bro. I'm gonna have to. Guys,
he's here. Let me. I'm giving him rights. So go ahead, real quick. Introduce him.
Is he good? He's in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, bro. I just introduced you, but you couldn't hear me. So it was a great introduction. I promise. All right. So, anyways, guys, go ahead, Monte. I already spoke highly of you, increased you, gassed you up. So,
how y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
What's good, boss man? What's good?
Let's go.
Hey, what's up?
Ready for this blessing?
I hope y'all ready for today, because we finna blow the house down. You already know. So get your fire extinguishers, cut your electricity off. I don't want you to be electrocuted, but we're gonna shake the earth today. Now, of course, you heard the great introduction. I hear the record later. I'm already knowing my boy did what he's supposed to do. Now, for most of you guys follow me on Instagram, the daily life, how everything goes. Now I'm gonna tell you, go really in depth of what you don't know. Now, of course, before Primerica, I had no idea what financial services was. I had no idea what Primerica was. I never heard of Primerica. So for most people, I wasn't fortunate like most people to hear about the great opportunity before I turned 18. So if I would have heard about it, I wish I did, even though I was only a year out at 19 years old, hearing about Primerica. It was something that I knew I could have been at a different level if I'd have heard about this another year earlier. Now, when I got introduced to Primerica, it wasn't the traditional, let me recruit you to my team and make some extra streams of income. It wasn't that kind of meeting. My experience with Primerica was actually through life insurance first. So for most people, I bought into the idea of what Primerica was. I believe what they did before I actually did the opportunity. And I never in my right mind, or even a goal or a fantasy, a dream of mine, which probably nobody on here, if you say Primerica was your goal in your dreams all your life, don't lie to us. Stop telling a lie, right? We all found it and was all blessed. So when G2 came over my home, and sold my parents' life insurance, at the time I'm 19 years old with a child. My child was 4 months, my son. So for myself, I understood the legacy of if I died today, even though I'm 19 years old, I understand that I want to leave my son an inheritance of wealth. I understood that early in age because my father always preached to me that I'm going to leave you something. My father always told me, you're going to stand on my shoulders. I'm going to show you the game, but I ain't going to give you the game. I'm going to show you the game and you're going to run with it. So I was always built to always know that I can go out there and get it myself. So me playing football, having full ride scholarships, understand that the idea of I can make 20 grand a month playing selling life insurance and all this great stuff G2 was selling me on. And I'm like, life insurance? Like, I grew up in Compton, California. I would have never thought that this was gonna be something for me. The way we gonna make it out, and everybody got a ghetto on here so you can relate to me. Only way we make it out the ghetto was playing sports. For me, rapping wasn't in my mind of frame, so it was either sports or selling drugs in my community. So for me, I'm like, well, all my uncles and cousins and everybody, that's the route they went. And I didn't want to go that route because at this point in time, for me, the risk wasn't worth the reward. And playing football, getting injuries, getting concussion after concussion, when G2 came, it was kind of like, well, I think this is the new way I can go to make some NFL money. So make a long story short, invite me to one of those meetings that, the meetings you guys always have, those meetings. I don't know, whatever those meetings you always have. I get invited to one of those meetings. And, they sell you the whole dream. You know how Primerica do. We sell you the dream. We got the cars. We're going to have, op night, 200-300 people there. And I'm like, man, don't nobody want to sell life insurance that bad. He is not going to have 200-300 people here. So when I show up to the meeting, to the office, I see Ferraris and Lambos and Bentleys. And I'm like, hold on, I thought they sold life insurance, and you got to know me. I'm like, they must sell this. This must be a cover up. They ain't selling no life insurance with these kind of cars. This for sure is a cover up. Let me go in this meeting and see exactly what they really do. So I walk into the meeting. I see the Sergios, the Vivians, the G2s. Everybody's on stage speaking at this point in time, telling their personal story. I'm like, okay, this is cool. Now, when Gary Sr. gets on stage, for the ones that know Big Gary, when he speaks, you just attracted to whatever he's talking about. He said, I make 80 grand a month. And I'm like, 80 grand a month? Hell no, you don't make no 80 grand a month. If I can't see a check, that is not real. That's why I believe documentation beats conversation. So after the meeting, I asked Gary Cornegay one thing. I said, well, look, can I see a check? Because if I can't see no check, I'm not saying you lying, but I don't really believe you making 80 grand a month. I see the cars out here. I'm not saying you renting them either, but let me just see a check. So he shows me a check. From that day, all I said was, okay, cool. So what I got to do to get started now? I know I told my mama I'd never sell no life insurance. I'd never be the door knocker. I don't want to put no suit on because it's too high. But you know what? I could put a suit on right now if I can make 80 grand a month. He said, well, look, all you got to do is pay for a background check for $124. Now, I know half of y'all can relate to me right now. I didn't have the damn money. I was broke as a joke. College student on scholarship, couldn't even pay $124 at 19 years old. So I'm sitting here like, okay, I know that I got Bank of America, right? Joe, I got Bank of America, and I know my account usually has money in there. So I know if you can relate to me right now, my account will go to at least a negative 1,000 before they shut it off. So I'm like, ooh, I'm at negative only $300. I could bounce it all the way to get to at least 1,000. I'll pay it back later, but at least I can get to 1,000 and get a solution number. So I put my routing and account number in. It goes through. I'm like, ooh, this ain't nothing but God. The next day, I get my last check, my FAFSA check for tuition at college, and I drop out of college, give up every single scholarship that next morning. Now, don't ask me why. I don't know what the hell happened. I got the Primerica Holy Ghost, and something just woke me up, and I just wanted to do it. Fast forward, the next day I recruit my mother in the business. She went to the meeting with me that night, and she just didn't understand if she wanted to do it or not. And I knew she wanted to do it, but she just didn't want to tell me and let me win. So her being a nurse for 28 years, I told my mother this. Now, if you got the balls to do it, go ahead and do it. But I told my mother this. I said, look, mama, you've been a nurse for 28 years. You moved me out of Compton, put us into Corona, about an hour away from LA, and put me in a better environment. I said, but look, we just broke on a higher scale. Because every day, hey, the water's still getting cut off, the light's still getting cut off, Joe. But hey, we ghetto, so we know to turn the water back on before the waterman come back. Now, we ain't messing with the electricity. We're going to touch that water. We're going to get some water. So I'm like, Mom, we've been surviving all of our life. When are we gonna learn how to live? It's time to live. Let's go live a little bit. We've been surviving. We know how to survive, but let's time to live. A lot of people are dying to live. I'm just living to die, right? So I looked at it as in, okay, cool. I know what I'm 19 years old at this point in time. I could recruit the world and sell them the dream on how you can make some money, because materialistic things is what our people are sold on. So I'm like, cool. Now, who can I recruit to sell some life insurance with me? Now, at this point in time, I'm like, ooh, my mama, she been a nurse for 28 years. I already told her that she broke, and we both broke. She didn't have a 124 like I done had a 124. So she gonna have to do this with me. She don't have no choice. The next week we come back, we join the business. She joins the business with me. Fast forward my first 10 months into Primerica, we make $100,000 in 10 months as a regional leader. Now, mind you, 9 months ago, we didn't know nothing about life insurance, didn't know nothing about Primerica, didn't know nothing about nothing. All I knew was Gary Cornegay said, give me 2 years and I'll change your life. Now, what he told us in 2 years, we collapsed into 10 months. Let me tell you why. Because you have to come into this business with a why. Because you come in this business saying, hey, you know what? I want to win for my family. I'm doing this for my family. Well, yeah, everybody's doing it for their family, but eventually you lose a drive when things ain't going your way. You get too many no's. You say, well, you know what? I don't think this thing is for me. Well, what happened for you doing it for your family? So your why got to be sometimes bigger than just yourself. They say if you fight for something bigger than yourself, then you will become big yourself. So my why, my first 10 months at 20 years old, you got to understand the pressure I'm going through. I got a son. My son is 10 months at this point in time. My father, that's been my father for 22 years of my life, is at this point in time fighting for his life, fighting a federal case in prison for 23 years at this point in time. Now, mind you, just lost his job, been an engineer all his life, had a trucking company, had an employee do some of his trucks. They stole the truck, did some illegal stuff, and he got in trouble because, of course, it's tied to his name. So somebody got to take the fall. So went through that point in time. My first 10 months, my first $100,000 that I made, I spent it on an attorney. So instead of my daddy doing 23 years in prison, he got served 5 years. Now it got knocked down to 2 years. He's been gone a year. He'll be home this time next year. You can't tell me Primerica didn't change my life. Not only for the money wise, but changed the whole blessing. Because I told him this, look, you gave me life, daddy, so I'm gonna save your life. Cause why? I've been you knowing you 21 years of my life at this point in time when he was fighting for this case. I said, but my son only known you for a year. And he asks you every day, oh, that's Pawpaw truck. Every single day. That's Pawpaw truck, Joe. Oh, I know that's Pawpaw truck. Oh, but he knows who his Pawpaw is. So for myself, I had to understand that what? If I don't do this today, if I die wondering what I could have been, then hey, I can't live the best. I can't be the best version of me. So first 10 months made $100,000 as a regional leader. Now let me tell you how we do it. Because everybody tells you that, oh, I made the money, I did this, I did that, but they don't never tell you how they did it because maybe they didn't really do it. Maybe it was given, right? I'm driven, not given. So first 10 months in Primerica, writing 30,000 personal. As a regional leader, we writing 30,000 personal every single month. Every single month. 30,000 personal. So we coming in right in a no team, no. I made $100,000. Me and my mother made $100,000, not with one person under us. Now, was we recruiting people? 100%. But we know how people go today. They ready to go. Tomorrow they quit. Hey, they walk out today and look at the sky and say, God, I don't think this is for me. We had it many a times happen. But I knew what? Gary said, documentation beats conversation. Don't worry about recruiting. Still sell out to it. Focus on it. But if that's your weakness, go focus on your strength. And I promise you, if you got documentation, don't nobody care how weak your recruiting appointment is. Because why? You know how to make some money. So first 10 months, made that money, but I realized quick. If I'm only out there writing sales, and the day I get hurt, the day I get tired, is when my money gonna get hurt, and that's when my money gonna get tired if the only stream of income is myself. So I started doing what? I started breaking it down and listening to people that I never in 1,000 years would have thought I would listen to. I started listening to podcasts. I went on a 30-day no music, and I'm like, this is weird as hell. I'm listening to Jim Rohn. Who are these people? I didn't care about none of this stuff in high school. If it wasn't football, if I'm being real, we can all relate. If it didn't have nothing to do with no violence on TV, I didn't care about doing it, reading it, or looking at it. Didn't matter to me. But I knew what? In order to level up, I had to increase my value with my people. So I had to start doing what? I had to start getting uncomfortable. I had to start getting uncomfortable, but making my uncomfortable a comfortable zone, if that makes sense to you. So You guys uncomfortables make you feel uncomfortable, and you don't know how to perform in the clutch or under pressure. They say pressure make diamonds. See, I make my uncomfortable very comfortable, so I'm comfortable even when you uncomfortable. So it's days when you like, well, how's he still going? What's going on? He making 60 grand a month. He's 22 years old. They've been in Primerica 3 years. They've been paid $800,000. They make $500,000 a year. How are you still focused? Because this is not this. I already seen it. I've already it's already in my mind. I've already envisioned it. Thoughts become things. I'm already a $2 million earner. I've already been paid $100 million in Primerica. It's already there. So I continue to work because I'm hustling backwards like it's already complete. So 15 months into Primerica, we became regional vice presidents in 15 months of joining this company. From 19 years old to 21 years old, I became a regional vice president. So fast forward 3 months later, we make $300,000 after 3 months of being a regional vice president, get ownership in the company, the youngest $300,000 earner, the youngest $200,000 earner, right? Fast forward today, we make $500,000 a year, right? We'll click over either December, most likely, because I have only Joe. I only got about 15,000 falling off next month. We will make 600,000 in December, my birthday month. I'll be 23 years old. I'll be the youngest $600,000 earner, and I'm on my way to $1 million run. I'll be the youngest $1 million earner in Primerica. At this, I guarantee you, by March of next year, we'll be $1 million earners. But being in Primerica 3 years, been paid $863,000 in the last 3 years, and I'm still today doing what? I'm still writing personal premium. Me and my mother together write $60,000 in personal premium every single month. We're still out there doing, because why? I understand that there's no such thing as override until you go SNSD. There's no such thing as making 100 grand without writing a personal sale until I got 10 to 20 RVPs. So I understand that the power of building, if I can build a team, I'd rather have 1% effort of 100 people than have 100% effort of my own. See, but I understand this. See, a lot of people, you guys lose focus. You can't lose focus while you're going through it. See, the more money you make, the more success. See, success is also failure, because some people get it too soon and don't know how to handle it. See, but the speed of the leader is the speed of the team. See, I have people in my organization that are following that direct route. Passion Garland's been in our organization for a year. Her and her husband, Passion and Pap. You guys probably see them on the scoreboard, original leaders. They've been paid $112,000 in the last year that they've been in our organization. BJ and Aaliyah just made $100,000. We produced them. They were our first regional leaders that we produced. So you have to stay focused on the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. See, the reason why, and the only distinguishing quality between me and everybody else is, for one, I didn't quit. For two, I put my blinders on, and everything that happened to me in life, every trial, every tribulation, every era, anything everybody said to me, any negative came my way, everything was used as fuel. See, a lot of people use that as an excuse. Oh, my mom said I couldn't do it. Why me? Oh, my best recruit quit on me. Well, that ain't your best recruit if he quit on you. You your best recruit. So you gotta check yourself first. So everybody say I want to recruit like me, but who are you? So you don't know what stage and what phase God gonna send a version of you. So you don't know if he's gonna send you in version 1 when you was the person that didn't respond in group me, the person that was late to every meeting. You don't know what version that God is gonna send of you. So are you the best? Are you your best recruit? Are you your RVP's best recruit? So you got to ask yourself, am I doing everything I need to do in order to get to where I need to be? Do you write your goals down? Do you got a game plan? See, I got a 5-year game plan. I understand that if it doesn't evolve you, then it shouldn't involve you. Let me say it again. If it doesn't evolve you, then it shouldn't involve you. So if all the negative things that's going on in your environment, they talking about, this over here, that over there. If it ain't talking about elevating you and getting you to the next level, you shouldn't have your main focus on it. You shouldn't be worried about what your parents are saying. You shouldn't be worried about what your friends are saying. Hey, Gary, tell me this. Tell your friends, tell your family. I don't know if you got the guts to do it, but check it out. Hey, mama, the worst that happened is I end up like you and daddy, working the job, doing the main thing, keeping the main thing the main thing. The worst can happen is I end up like you. That's the worst can happen. So if you don't give it a shot, you can go get a job like everybody else. Somebody gotta wash the car. Somebody gotta take an order, right? Somebody gotta do it. But is it gonna be you? So you cannot continue to treat Primerica like it's an everyday opportunity. Because where we come from, opportunities come and go. So are you gonna treat this like it's gonna be here tomorrow? Because Gary told me this. He said, work today like it's your last, because one day you will be right. So every day I give it my all, because I know what? If I don't leave from the front and let my team know that I want you, but I don't need you, because why? I created you, and I can do the same thing that you can do and a lot better, because why? I've been in the game a lot longer. So I can go recruit 60 directs in 6 months. I can go recruit another 10 directs this month and do it. I'm already 3 directs in. I'm going to recruit another 10 directs this month, because why? I got to continue to keep fresh energy in my organization. And they say, if you can't change your people, then change your people. So if you worried about you know what? I don't want to say this to my top regional. They had 40,000. My base was at 80 last month, but they did 40 of it. I'm scared to coach them like this. See, I'm not scared to lose anybody, because you need me just as bad as you. I need you just as bad as you need me. So I'm gonna let you use me, but just don't misuse me. Like my grandfather used to always tell me. He said, "Baby, use me, baby, just don't misuse me." So you can use me all you want. Call me every day. Hey, put me on as many appointments you need. But when I call you for them conference calls, I call you when I need you. You better be there like I was there for you. See, this is a voluntary army. See, people might say, "Oh, you petty, man. You petty. You ain't supporting my business." No, I don't support people that don't support me. So you gotta understand. I got it down. I was so petty when it came to it. I cut off barbers. We cut off the lawn man. Hey, we cut off my window man, even though it was $100 a 10 every time we got a car. I didn't even care. I'll pay it now because I got some money now. I don't need your discount no more. I cut off everybody because I knew what? If you're not willing to support me while I'm going through it, like they said, if you wasn't with me through my trial and error, don't expect to be present during my success. So if you wasn't here, like they say, Rick Ross, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym, don't expect to get it to me when we go on stage. So you got to understand, everything that you're going through in life, everything that you're going through in this business is all a learning mechanism. It's a teaching moment, because one day somebody is going to be going through what you're going through. And how you can be able to coach them through it if you don't know how, if you ain't ever went through it. See, the best thing about this business is you can recreate yourself every single day. Every single day you can say, what? You know what? Today I had a bad day, but tomorrow I can have a 10K day. See, you have to knock it down piece by piece, inch by inch. They say, how you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So you got to focus on, if you want to run that 100K base shop, like we focus on, we've been running a 100K base shop for the last 4 months in Primerica. We haven't dropped lower than 100K, right? Our best month this year was in July. We did 137,000, right? 137,000. Oh, yeah, in April, Monte did 60,000 personal of the 137,000. So my team can't say what? My coach is lazy. My coach is always telling me to do something that they ain't willing to do. No, we're going to get in the field. We're going to get down dirty with you, because what? I want you to know that what? This is like 300, baby. I'm Spartan. I'm going to be on the front line. We front line with it. I want you to know that your coach is willing to do whatever that I tell you to do. Because why? I'm only telling you to do something that I was willing to do, because the results I got in 2 years, getting paid almost half. I've been paid almost $1 million in 3 years. The results I got was because why? I did today what others won't, so I can have tomorrow what others don't. So at 22 years old, what was I able to do? Right? My boy Layton on here. What was I able to do at 22 years old? Walk to the lot, seen a brand new Maserati Levante truck. I'm like, you know what? I want that. But you know what? I had to manifest it though. Let me tell you about it. For a year straight. Hey Liz, I had the money to get it. But guess what? When you a first-time buyer at 21 years old, it don't matter. They want $100,000 down on a $100,000 car. What the hell's going on? So every place I'm going, I'm getting denied. But I manifested for a year straight. I got to the point where I started studying vibrations and the laws, and I'm like, what the hell is all this stuff? I never would have knew about this stuff if it wasn't for Primerica. Let's be real. Like, if I would have never known about Think and Grow Rich, I didn't care about reading no book. I'm thinking of that, what? My grandfather was a blue collar man. The way I can make money is through my hands. I'm gonna make it work somehow, some way. I'm going to the NFL. I'm 5'9", 170. I got scholarships. I'm like Darren Sproles made it. So you know what, Christian? I think I can make a shit. Give me a shot. Let me go. So I've always been a big thinker. I've always thought big. See, I don't let nothing take my smile away. Because they say I really believe thoughts become things, and I realize when things ain't going my way, when I ain't getting them checks I want to get, I just start thinking about the success I want. I start thinking about money. I start turning on affirmations daily, and I'm like, damn, this is the person that I'm becoming is the person that I've always wanted to become. It was always there, so now I understand that the depression I was going through when I didn't make it in the sports and go all the way with it. That was just a pathway. That was just a walk of life to show me and teach me certain things to show me that, hey, you're going to be something bigger than this. Hey, football is not your end game. That's just a start. It's teaching you something. It's teaching you discipline. It's teaching you these different laws, teaching you different lessons in life. So when you get through it, you're going to always be able to make it through it. But they say this, it's about self. It's not about anybody else. It's about self. You got to make yourself great or kill yourself slowly. You got to make yourself great or kill yourself slowly. Because if you're not focused on yourself every day getting better, then who's going to get better? All right? Who motivates the motivator? Right? So I always understand that if I don't do it today, then it's going to continue to be the same thing. I tell my people, you cannot come into Primerica and do the same thing and expect a different result in life. So you can't come in this business and been doing the same thing all your adult life. All your adult life, you've been doing the same thing. You've been every Friday, you have your your kids do every Friday movie night. Every Saturday they got the football games, they got the soccer games, they got the baseball games. Every Sunday, you go to church, right? Your life is already set, right? Most people on here, your life is already set, and you don't want to change nothing up. Because why? You know that what? Well, my life is already like this, and I can still make $1 million and be successful if I just keep my life the same way. No, nothing gotta change. This is my business. I can do it how I want, and I will win when I want to win. It's my race, right? Let's cut it out, right? You got to understand that everybody comes into Primerica thinking that I could turn on one day, I could turn on tomorrow, but you got to remember, momentum is like a jealous girlfriend. If you don't give her no attention, she'll leave you. She'll go find somebody else. If you leave it available for somebody else to slip in, can't nobody take your girl. You just gave her away. You got to understand. Can't nobody take nothing that's yours. You gave it an open opportunity to be snatched. So you got to understand that opportunity is the same way. Momentum is the same way. If you don't give it a momentum attention, it will be snatched away and go over to Christian. It'll leave from you late and go over to Christian. But it was there in the same room. You was there in the same room. They say, just don't get out of line. Just wait your turn. Don't get out of line. Just wait your turn. But don't worry about what the next man or the next woman is getting. Don't compare yourself to what nobody else is doing in this business. See, compete, but don't compare. Now, are we human? Do we compare? The only time you should be comparing yourself, because we do it. Let's be real. We human. I compare myself to Gary Cornigan. I'm like, ooh, at this point in time, I'm 3 years in. I'm at almost $1 million. Ooh, I could imagine in 10 years, I'm gonna be at 100 million. So I'm already in my mind imagining what's going on. So you just gotta have that. You just gotta have that mind frame and understand that if you knew who I was going to become, I tell everybody, if you knew who I was going to become, you would take me out to lunch tomorrow. So you got to have that mindset that you are already an RVP. Lock in them dates. I'm going RVP at this date. I'm going regional at this date. I'm going to make 100,000 at this date. Think big. We were the first regional leaders that I know of, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, to make 100,000 in 10 months off life insurance. I was the youngest to make 100,000 in 10 months at 20 years old. So you got to understand that this business, you are able to do whatever you want to do if you put your mind to it. I say a made-up mind is the most powerful and the most dangerous weapon. Because why? With a made-up mind, you could accomplish anything. 9/11 happened with a made-up mind. How 8 people sneaked through TSA and 7 hijacked the plane and run into the side of a building. What a made up mind. A made up mind, you can get anything done. We made our mind up that we was gonna make 100,000 before 2 years. We made our mind up that we was going RVP before 2 years. We made our mind up. So what? We manifest everything. Mom, we gonna make 60 grand this month. How we gonna make 60 grand this month? I'm gonna go recruit 10 directs this month, and out of 10, we gonna get 5 promoted to district, and those 5 going district. That's 6,000 by 6 recruits. Boom. That's how we gonna make 60,000 personal this month. So you gotta understand. You gotta know your number. So how big do you really want to be? And if you really want to be that big, do today what others won't, so you can have tomorrow what others don't. Now, what else y'all want to talk about? We can open the questions up. We can keep it going. Talk to me.
Dude,
Monte, what up?
Say that last part one more time.
Go ahead. Which one? Cause y'all.
The do today.
Oh, there we go.
What others won't.
Do today what others won't, so you can have tomorrow what others don't.
Yes, sir. I like it.
Monte, what up, homie? It's late. What up?
Hi, Poppy.
Can you hear me?
How you feeling?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. The number one question, bro. Number one question I want to have, bro. I mean, so you came into Primerica at 19, correct?
At 19.
Yeah. So what do you say is the biggest thing to stay focused? I mean, I know it was dad and everything, what have you, and your son. But coming into business 19 years old, I know for me when I started 19 years old, I really didn't get focused till about 22, right. 23 years old. So what kept you like laser being focused from the average 19-year-old stuff, the parties, the women, the sports, let's go out, let's do this. What kept you laser being focused, like deeper? If it's deeper than
most definitely. I think I came in the game late and already feeling like I'm gonna be real. I could be real in this call, right?
Yeah, bro, let's go.
All right, cool. I came in this being like, damn, can't none of these fools mess with me. Can't none of these fools mess with me, because I know what? My daddy showed me at 12 years old $1 million. He used to tell me, like, look, hey, we don't count money around here, son. We weigh it. And I'm like, ooh, how much is that? Well, that's such and such pounds. So already at 12 years old, I was already exposed to the game. I was already sold out.
Nathan, turn off the stove.
I knew that I wanted to be a person who had so much success in life that whatever came down to it, it was already there. So at 19 years old, I was already laser sharp focused. Like my father told me, he said, well, look, you really 20, you 22, but you really 40 in the head. You 22 in the body, but you really 40 in the mind. So I came in knowing what? All I gotta do is stay focused, because the average person is gonna lose focus. And I know what? The money gonna be, the car's gonna be there, the women gonna be there, the party's gonna be there, the home's gonna be there. My favorite saying is, the money is already printed, you just gotta go get it. So I already knew it was already there. So I said, what can I do to separate myself from everybody else? I gotta do what most 19 years olds not doing. Reading, focus, putting on suits, changing the game. So I wanted to change the narrative so bad, lady, that I said, I gotta stay focused, because why? They counting on me to fall. It was a chip on my shoulder. They waiting for me to fall. Oh, you dropped out of college to go sell life insurance. What the hell you thought you was doing? Yo, you the life insurance man. Now you gonna sell my life insurance policy. Oh, now you the death insurance man. So I already had a chip on my shoulder that if I don't continue to stay focused right now, I'm gonna fall off my 5-year game plan. I'm only 3 years in. So if I don't stay focused right now, I still got 2 more years to go. It's 3 years that we've been in Primerica this month. On the 28th, it'll be 3 years. We've only been at RVP for a year. First year, RVP made 420,000 first years of RVP. So I had to know it, lady. My thing was, I gotta stay focused, because they counting on me to fall. So that chip right there on my shoulder, knowing that if I don't do it right now and stay focused, then all this shit ain't gonna be worth it. Because when it came down to football, I believed my own press, right? I've been, when I tell you, I've been to the highest magnitude of playing sports. I played on TV. I've done the interviews. I've been in the newspapers. I've been, like my father always tell me, boy, you Googleable. He said, you Googleable, boy. I said, it ain't even a damn word, but you Googleable. You Googleable. Tell them Google your name, son. So I've always been in that spotlight. But when I left a winning environment, I played at Corona Centennial. For the ones that ever follow high school football, I played at Corona Centennial. And then when I left there and went to the junior college, I got the scholarships the whole 9. But on my worst day was their best day. So I went from being around nothing but stars to being around, let's say like R. Williams say, from studs to duds. I went from studs to being around duds to now knowing that, you know what, I don't gotta practice this hard today because what, man, they ain't this is all they got. So I went from that environment to when I started thinking that way, what happened? I got hurt. Injuries start happening. So I couldn't believe my own press too soon. So I stayed the course. So what kept me going again was knowing that this shit can be gone tomorrow. Everything I put into it can be gone tomorrow, but I'm not afraid to lose it because why? I built it from ground up. It wasn't handed to me, and it wasn't gifted to me. But there's nothing wrong with it because I'm passing it down to my son. But I had to get it out the mud with me and my mama. The only two. Every recruit quit on me, but my mama. They say your mama ain't gonna wake up one day and say she don't love you no more. So what, we go hand in hand. But you gotta understand the power of having a partner too. I think that's important too, lady, to keep you focused, keep you grounded. Because me and my mother keep each other grounded, focused, hand in hand. She can go out and write 100,000 the first in premium if I let her, and I go out and write 100 the person in premium. She'll go out and recruit 100 directs, and I go out and recruit 100 directs. But somebody had to separate and take their ego out of it and understand that, hey, this ain't no league. This ain't no such thing as a league agent and a league code. This is one business. It's a family business. Because why? Primerica cut that check when that 60,000 hit. It goes to Bonner Family Legacy, one corporation, and we split it like that. So you gotta understand that somebody has to take over one role and play their role, play your position. So now what? She loves doing premium. I love doing it too because that's how we get paid. But how we gonna get paid? How we gonna get sales? I had to fall in love with recruiting. I had to realize that the number one opportunity, the number one product is the opportunity. The number one product is the opportunity, not life insurance. It's the opportunity. So staying focused was the easiest thing to do because I had to go already get everything I already wanted. It was already imagined in my head. The Maserati was already there. The house already there. The penthouse already there. The jets already there. The boats already there. I just got to stay focused so I can get it. Like my grandma say, if you're going to fail, baby, fail in your 20s because you got time in your 30s to make it up. So that was my mindset, knowing that I came in that I'm not 20, I'm really 40, so my time is ticking because time was ticking already because of the situation that I was already going through.
Well, that was powerful, bro. You dropped the mic, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
You already know.
That's awesome. Monte, man, dude, thank you so much. If you have a few more minutes, I know everybody has some questions, but one of the ones that I want to ask, bro, how the heck do you guys write so much personal premium? What is the key? What do you recommend? Tell us about that.
For us now, when we was in, honestly, I'm gonna keep it raw with you. When we was in the trenches and Primerica was what Primerica really was, and y'all know what we talking about in the streets. Hey, light to light, address to address, freeway to freeway, making it happen, going 7 hours without eating out of 24. You know how it go. So our first 10 months in Primerica, we made $100,000 off of credibility. I promise you not. Every appointment I went on, me and my mother would go in the house. Yeah, this is Primerica, this is presentation, blah, 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 blah. They'll stop us in the middle of the presentation. Look, nephew, sis, I don't want to sit on presentation. I don't care about no presentation. I want some life insurance. I got $200-$300 I'm willing to spend. Make sure, I need some life insurance. Anyways, I want a couple million. I heard Nipsey's Hustle say he got $1 million on his flesh. Cool. I want $1 million. So for 10 months straight, we made $100,000 off of credibility. My father sending us people, brother sending us people, everybody is sending us people. But now today, how we get it, is a lot smarter than working a lot harder. Recruiting directs. So focusing on mainly getting directs. I focus on trying to get 2 directs a week because I know that I'm going to get at least 3,000 to 5,000 out of one person that I recruit. I'm going to get at least 3,000 to 5,000 out of one person. So if I recruit 10 people, I know 5 people I'm going to get to district. If they're under one leg, if they're under separate legs, I'm going to get 5 people to district if I recruit 10 directs. Now, the five might not go district in 1 month. Now, I might recruit 10 this month, Joe, and then the next month, 1 might go district. Then the next month, 3 might go district. The next month, 2 might go district. So I'm continuously to focus on my people, but I'm going deep down in these legs. I'm going 5, 6, 7 generations deep in one leg. So I'm never running out of premium. Premium is not an issue because they say the lack of recruiting will catch up to you. But if you recruit to retire and you sell to survive, if you focus on recruiting, because if you know what, a recruiter is going to bring you a recruit and plus a sale, but a sale is only going to end at a sale. So if you focus on recruiting, if you chase people, people going to bring you what you want. So I already know when I get on these appointments, when I'm training my directs, I never go on an appointment without training somebody. So I'm always having somebody shadow me, but every appointment and every sale that I'm writing is through a training appointment. It's never through a personal sale anymore. Everything is through training appointment, field training. No more empty premium. So we continue to can write 60,000 because why? I'm training 10 to 15 people at one time. My mom got 10 people she training. I'm training 5, or she's training 6. I'm training 4. We training 10 people all at one time, and it's so deep in different legs. So the 60 directs I recruited from December to March of this year is still rolling over. It's still spilling over until this month, until December. Because why? 60 directs don't all do something in 1 month. So 1 do this one, 3 this month, 5 this month, 6 this month. So I'm still continuing to eat off of what I did last year. Gary, tell me this. It's the difference between did it money and doing money. Right now, I'm getting paid from what I did versus what I do. Because I did 60 recruits, 60 directs 6 months ago. So now I'm still getting paid off what I did. But I'm doing it today, but I'm getting paid off what I did 6 months ago. So that's how we continue to write personal premium like it's candy, because we continue to recruit a direct. I know how to have a power where you can recruit on demand. If I want to recruit today, I know how to go get one. Literally, if I hang up today, I can go get a new direct right now because I have the power and I understand that this is like candy. Honestly, this is like Disneyland. I'll be real with you. This is Disneyland to us. We have no payroll. Like, this is Disneyland. Somebody is doing your own appointment. Like, somebody is training you to do this business, right? And to be able to write 30,000 to 40,000 premium is dope, because I know what, I can reset my business, or I can change the energy of my business in one day if I go get 2 to 3 new directs in one day. And I could train them. And if they have the need for life insurance, I have no need to sell them life insurance first, because I'm gonna recruit them. And then when I recruit them, they become a recruit. Then I sell them. Now my recruit is my client. That might have went over your head. That might have went over your head, but I don't know if that. Go ahead and answer your question.
Yeah, brother, absolutely, man. That was some great stuff. Hey, actually, a second question to that. So obviously, Monte, QBI is very important, and you guys do an incredible job of that. So how is it? Because, a lot of people say, well, if I write big production, then it's okay to not have the best. But obviously, you guys write a bunch of production and you keep all your money. So what is the sauce to that?
I got to give it up for sure. We had our office manager Nadia while in Gary's base shop. Just for sure, checked our temperature every single month, so that she trained us and showed us the game, to always keep your money, because at the same time, that's like hustling backwards. That's like putting every day. That's like you being a hustler every day. You selling your t-shirts, you selling your oranges, however your hustle is, whatever you gotta do to get your ends. That's just like putting $1,000 in your pocket every day that you hustle. You come home, and it's a hole in your pocket, and you keep losing $1,000 a day, and you expect it to stay in that hole one day, stay in that pocket one day. So I understood that if we don't go out there and fix our premium, and realistically, the sale is not complete because do y'all know, which we all know, Primerica is only paying you 75% up front. So you still got to go get your money. So that's still money out there that's mine. Why am I going to go leave my money out there that's still mine and it's free? I already worked for that money. So why would I go get a charge back on 75% while I still ain't got paid on 100%? Right? Why would I go hustle backwards and lose 75% when I ain't even got 100% yet? So me and my mother always focused on keeping a QBI because I know what? If I could do if I could run a 100K base shop, see, this is how I think. If I could run a 100K base shop and our QBI is at least 70 plus, mom, we getting a big bonus check. So if we don't do shit all month, we're gonna get at least 15 to 20,000 in a bonus, at least. So our QBI always stayed at. Right now, our QBI is at a 74. It dropped a little bit from 77 to 74. Of course, we know chargebacks come. It is what it is. It comes. Now, our personal sales, we wrote, I'm going to tell you, which is going to sound crazy as hell. We wrote our first 14 months in Primerica when we went RVP. We wrote 300 life sales and only 2 sales that fell off of our of our personal sales. So 300 sales, only two. It was 298 that stayed on the books out of 300 sales in our first 14 months of Primerica. So we always knew what the QBI is important. Our persistency is 95. QBI is 74. The lowest person in our base shop QBI, I believe, is 71. So we focus on letting our people know that don't leave your money out there because you still ain't got paid all the way on your sale yet. So we understand that I have to keep my money. I got to save my money. Save your money because one day money will save you. So that's just the mindset of you cannot run a big base and just say, well, you know what? I got a bad QBI. I'm going to just write 200K in a base and we'll just get paid on that. No. I want to get paid on 200,000 that I do. I don't want to get paid on as a regional leader. I get paid as a district leader. I want to get paid as an RVP. So I'm going to do RVP shit. Everybody want to be an RVP till it's time to do some RVP shit.
That's facts, bro. That's facts. That's great stuff. I know I'm taking a bunch of notes on that. Anyone else? I know some of the RVPs have a question. Eric, Jason, Brendan.
Yo, Edward, I think he
fell off.
Yeah, he just got kicked out, bro.
Did he really? I got kicked out too.
Back in.
He's back on, man. He's back on.
Yeah, it had sent me out too. I don't know if it's the hurricane weather.
Is he back?
So it was too much, like Art said, too electrifying.
Hey, Brendan, go ahead. You said you had a question. Was that Brendan?
Yeah, man. No, I do have a question, bro. Obviously, huge shout out to you guys. Y'all are absolutely killing it over there in Cali, man. I'm 25 years old, so I feel like an old man talking to you, bro. But it's all good. But I have some young guys behind me, man. So I know Leighton asked you the same question, but one of the things that us as younger people we struggle with when we start the business is sitting across someone who's maybe 30, 40, 50 years old. So kind of what was it that you did to work on that side of the thing, the mindset wise, like, hey, listen, man, I still know what I'm talking about. So kind of talk to us about that.
I got a kind of a sickness. See, I don't think I'm 22. I think I'm fucking 40. That's the problem. So when I'm walking into somebody's house, I'm crazy because when I recruit somebody my age, I got an old ass soul. Like when I recruit somebody my age, I'm like, hey, let me go talk to your mama. Let's go talk to your daddy. Like I want to recruit your mama and your daddy because I understand the mindset of what a parent is thinking because I recruited my parent and my mother and father never really shadowed me from things in life. So the things that I've seen in life could have either hurt me or it could have blessed me how it did today. So much things I've seen in life, I understood that for one, walking into any client's house, see, I know that they don't know half of the shit I know about Primerica when I walk into their house. So I don't care if they can have a bachelor's degree in science, math, they can be a genius. You don't know about term versus whole life like I know. And you don't know about how to make some money selling some life insurance, how to make some money independent, or how to be an entrepreneur like I know. So I already know that if they don't know what I know about generational wealth, if they don't know what I know about term insurance, if they don't know what I know about whole life, I'm not going to be intimidated about nobody I'm sitting across from. Because why? I mastered my craft. See, I only feel like when I get on these appointments from people older than me, I like it because I get to flex a little bit at the end of the. See, I don't tell nobody how old I am until the end of the appointment. It'd be the mother on there, and I'm doing the whole life doom term boom, breaking down term how to create generational wealth. And then I tell her, hey, Miss Johnson, you want to know how old I am? How old do I look? Boy, you probably about 27 years old. You think I'm 27? Yeah, boy, you about 27. Miss Johnson, I'm only 22 years old. Boy, you ain't no 22. I got shoes older than you, Miss Johnson. I'm 22 years old. I've been in Primerica for 3 years. I've been paid $800,000 in 3 years. I'm making $500,000 a year, 60 grand a month. So I have enough confidence because my track record, right? And me studying my craft, mastering my craft, being the best version of me. So because I feel so confident when I walk into these homes, because I practice what I've always been preaching, it doesn't affect me, and it doesn't stop nothing that I got going on, because I have enough confidence to know that he don't know what I know. He don't know what I know. So no matter what, I'm about to slice you in half. Because half of the people that we go on these appointments with tell you what. Oh, I know what I got. I know the difference between term and whole life, and they explain it backwards. Oh, I know what I got. I got this one policy at my work. I got a hard copy of it. You got a hard copy, or you got a portal? Well, I got a portal. So you got to understand that 9 times out of 10, they don't know what you know. So I don't never feel intimidated. And they say pressure make diamonds. I'm addicted to pressure. I don't know if a lot of people are addicted to pressure. I love pressure. I love being in those moments where I got to perform at my best, because I like to know that am I survivor? Can I get out of any situation that I put myself into? So me having that little sickness, and me like being able to school of old school is my problem. I want to school of old school, so I think I'm already old school. So it make it better for me getting on these appointments and talking to somebody older, because I get to enlighten them, and they look at it a whole lot different. Like, damn, yo, young ass know what you talking about. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I learned a little bit. I know a little bit about something. I don't know nothing about nothing. Hey, downplay it. I don't know nothing about nothing, but I know something about something, but I know nothing about nothing. And I made $100,000 knowing nothing about nothing. So I like it. So the reason why I don't get intimidated is just because, to answer your question, because I mastered my craft. I perfected what I wanted to be. And I knew that when I got on these appointments, I had to be at the top of my game, because I didn't know if one day a whole life agent might be on that other side of that screen, or I'd be at that kitchen table already when I show up and it's a setup. So I always wanted to know what the hell I was doing.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that, man. Absolutely. Appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. We have time for about 1 to 2 more questions. Jason, Eric, or anyone, any of the RBPs.
Hey, I got a quick question, man. How does a motivator stay motivated, man? What's your daily morning routine to get you going and get you rolling, man?
Most definitely. My mom, if you know my mother, which y'all meet her for sure soon. My mother is she's a big shit talker like me. So if I'm slacking, she texts me like, "God damn, you ain't been to the damn office today. What you doing today? What you making happen?" Or if it's not her coaching, because we coach each other. I turn on the daily podcast, the audios, something to get me right. Because sometimes we always be in our own funk. Sometimes we be in our own way. So the way I get motivated is being around my team, staying in that energy, picking up new things to read, different things in that sort, going to find out some new directs. That's how I really stay focused and motivated, because I tell my people every time I'm frustrated, I let them know that, you know what, if y'all ask they gonna do this shit, I'm gonna go do this shit and get some new directs and get some new energy. So the only way I can change my business and change my energy and really continue to keep myself motivated is getting a new direct and getting them trained to be a district, because it gets no better than being on an appointment with a new person and they see you kill a client or dissect the policy, or a person told you it's a pyramid scheme and you just broke it down to how your job is a pyramid and you ain't gonna never be at the top. So me being addicted to that, being addicted to winning, being addicted to putting somebody else in a position to win, that's what keeps me motivated. And of course, having a mentor talk you off the ledge. It's daily times I call Gary Cornegay like, man, I hope you can take all these goddamn people. I hope they all fucking quit, Gary. They ain't doing shit. I need to do something. Why don't they want to win as bad as me, Gary? man, what is going on? He just say, if you can't change your people, then change your people. So you got to have that mentor. You got to have that accountability partner, somebody that keeps you accountable, because you could drive yourself off the ledge if you know, hit that accelerator too fast. So I just understand that I got to stay level-headed and understand when Gary tells me, just don't take this thing too serious. Not meaning don't take the business too serious, but don't get yourself too wrapped up in not winning today, because your worst day in Primerica is your best day at a job. So me always knowing that, keeping that temperature checked up, and knowing my sources, and understand that I'm my biggest critic, I know how to catch myself before I fall too soon to where I gotta be remotivated again. So if you know when we all know our faults, and we always know when we slipping on our own before anybody else could tell us, we always know. So if you can catch yourself, or at least you know how to bring yourself back out of that funk, you will never stay down too long. Like I tell everybody in my organization, even in the corner gate hierarchy, you'll beat me for a month, but you ain't gonna beat me for you'll beat me for a round, but not all 10 rounds. So you might catch me for a round, but you ain't gonna beat me all 10 rounds. There's 4 quarters in this game. So I just continue to stay motivated from being around people that continue to change my environment and put me in a different funk, a different space, and just a different mindset.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, hey guys, I believe that wraps it up for the call. I know Monte's a very busy man, so we've had him here for an hour. Man, just want to thank you so much for getting on here, bro. You completely freaking killed it. I know the guys are fired up, especially the ones that are 20 and 21, and really any age, but definitely the young guys. Thank you for being such a great example, man. Great example for the company, great example for the community, just great example, period. So really appreciate you. So if everybody just unmute your screen real quick and just thank my
Appreciate
man.
it, Monte.
Let's go. Let's go.
Thank
you, Monte. Appreciate it, bro.
Monte, you the man, baby. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Great.
Go.
Woo.
500,000. 500,000.
Monte, kill
Let's
that
get it.
thing.
Ruby Rob, baby.
There you go.
Hey,
There you go.
hey, Edward, when the world opened back up, fly me out there. We could do a Saturday.
Yes, sir. I was just about to tell you that, man. We love to have you out here, man. You and your mama, you come out here, bro. We'll show you a good time, man. Yo, East
Let's
Coast.
go, Monte.
Hey,
East Coast way better than the West Coast. You heard?
Monte, tell everybody.
That's it, baby. That's it.
IG.
Yeah, tell them your IG real quick, man. Drop it real quick so everybody can follow you.
Follow me on Instagram. For everybody that don't follow me, I got a bunch of y'all already. I love y'all. You know, I'm gonna continue to stay live. But it's underscore Montezzi, MONTEEZZY. Follow me on there. We make it happen. We stay in contact. You know, ask me whatever. But most definitely, bro. Whenever y'all ready to make that shift in this world to be back normal, we can finally make something happen. Me and Moms would love to come out there, bless the stage. You know, stay down there for a weekend, however long we down there, and you know, make something happen for sure.
Absolutely, bro.
Are you on Facebook?
Yep, we're gonna hold you up on that one. And I believe Coach Ed Ortiz, our NSD man, he usually closes out our guest speakers. So, Coach, you want to go ahead and close this thing out?
I'm on Facebook too, y'all. Just Google my.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, Monte, man, you are phenomenal. I mean, I'm 63 years old, and I love talking with you. You got your shit together, man. I'm telling you. I mean, you've got this thing down, and so appreciate it, man. I picked up some good stuff here. One of them was when you're talking about momentum like a girlfriend. You know, if you don't pay attention to her, she'll leave. That is so true. And the other one that I picked, which I highly recommend all you guys plug in there, man, and that was beautiful, which is, hey, save your money because one day your money's going to save you. That is right on. That is right on, guys. And let me tell you, man, I truly appreciate you. I know what you're talking about. I mean, you're not even 27 years old, man. I'm telling you, I'm putting you right there with all this wisdom and knowledge, man. I am highly impressed, man, and I really appreciate you and your mom too, man. So you continue what you're doing, man. Give my regards to the Cornegans. Give my regards to Art and all those guys, and let them know that we truly appreciate them. We truly appreciate you, man. And hey, mi casa es su casa. So anytime you're over on this side on the East Coast, we're here for you, brother. We just want to let you know about that. So thank you so much for being on the call with us. Great inspiration. Edward, thank you so much for putting this whole thing together, man. Really appreciate you guys. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Good job. Good job. Great job.
Hey, anytime y'all need me to get back on here, you know, me and Mom will come back and bless y'all again. Whatever we do in the locker room, however you want to make it happen. I got family. Casa mi familia. So we all one big family now. So hey, we locked in forever.
All right, Edward, close us out, bro. Where we at? What's going on? All right. Well, hey, I'll get this thing, guys. I'll get it real quick.
Let's go. I'll close it out. Let's go. On 3. Here we go. You ready for it? We are Aviators. Great job.